Hey everybody, so we're going to be talking a little bit more about some CPTSD stuff today. Today's topic is going to be the topic of toxic shame. Shame is it's one of the key fundamental developmental arrests of CPTSD, but it's a weird one because some people like they're aware of shame more than others. Like I always knew the word, right, kind of intellectually, but I did have trouble with I guess like knowing what shame was like experientially. And I got to tell you, but there is a lot of shame. Like once I started to get it, I think when you can experience it, if you're if you feel like you want to hide or whatever, usually there's shame involved. So if you to reverse it, you want to like expose yourself to somebody by being like vulnerable or honest with your thoughts and feelings. By the way, a great place to do that is like 12-step groups or group meetings where you can be in like a safe place where you can actually talk about, just be open and real and authentic in front of people and be exposed. And you'll feel like when I would do that in different 12-step groups, I would feel I was terrified, right? To share, to open up. But when I did, I felt so much better. It was crazy. And it really did feel like shame was like leaving me or something like that, and it felt good. And I know Pete Walker in his book, CPTSD from Surviving to Thriving, he talks about his experiences with melting shame by being vulnerable and open. You don't have to go to a 12-step group. They're just really helpful. I mean, honestly, some people with CPTSD may be too afraid to go to a place like that, and that's okay. If you feel like that, that's okay. But for me, but it can be very healing and help you to open up and trust people in a safe place where you're not going to get shut down or ridiculed or whatever. It's great. It really is great. Regardless, even if you don't have like a, let's say, a substance abuse issue or something, there's tons of groups like adult what is it? It's like quite a mouthful. It's like adults of alcoholism and dysfunctional families or something like that, or whatever. There's Coda, there's Al-Anon, there's all kinds of stuff for people that aren't necessarily struggling with like a substance abuse issue, like AA or NA or something like that. And they're great for melting toxic shame, but it's great for allowing you to have that experience, right? Like, shame, what is shame, and having it leave you. And if you want to keep yourself hidden, you feel like you want to like hide and stuff, that's coming from a place of shame, right? So however you do it, whether you're in a group or whatever, even just one-on-one with like a therapist or a trusted person, just if you want to melt that shame a little bit, just be a little open and honest and authentic with how you feel about a given topic or person or whatever, and just be kind of exposed, like allow your guard to come down and be exposed a little bit, and you'll find that you'll be like, wow, I feel like it was a little scary, but I feel so much better, and that's kind of like, it's like shame is leaving you, right? So anyway, shame comes from narcissistic abuse a lot, for sure. When you feel like you want to hide and or whatever, that's there's some shame involved with that. People who deal with everyone has like shame to some degree. They say they say guilt is like you feel bad for something you've done, and shame is like you feel bad for like who you are, like your core being, like you feel ashamed. Like when they say shame on you, it's not very nice to say that or to give people shame. I mean, if somebody does something wrong or a kid acts up or something, I mean, I don't know, maybe they should feel a little bit of shame or something, but you really shouldn't be shaming your kids or anybody too extremely, because it really affects them, and they carry it with them and they feel bad about themselves for the rest of their life, unless they heal it. But people with CPTSD, we deal with a lot of it. That's why they call it toxic. It's not just some shame; it's toxic shame. It's a lot. That's why I'm saying, like, if you go to a 12-step group or some group therapy or just some place with safe people where you can be open and honest about your feelings or whatever, it'll help tremendously to help alleviate that toxic shame. And it's fantastic. And you just, you might be a little scared or nervous, but you feel so much better afterwards. It's unbelievable. And it's because you're alleviating a lot of that toxic shame that you're carrying around from CPTSD. But yeah, basically Pete Walker says, to get rid of your shame, you just be vulnerable and open in some safe place. right, with one person, or I mean, frankly, even, even just like writing stuff out by yourself, I mean, that can help a lot too. But usually shame comes from being exposed in a safe place. And that's kind of how you heal, get over complex PTSD, like relationally and everything. So, anyway, I just kind of want to talk a little bit about toxic shame today. A lot of us feel it, especially if you're isolating. Shame is like, it's like darkness, right? Like, let's say you're hidden in your room and you got your blind shade. Like, to get rid of that darkness, you let the light in, right? And so you let the light in by just being exposed and vulnerable and open in some way, shape, or form. So you can do it however you want, but that's what shame is. You feel bad about who you are, and you feel ashamed. And there's no need to feel ashamed. To get over it, just, find some way to be vulnerable and open with some safe people. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share about toxic shame. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.